is Louis Lee. I'm your MC for this evening. Now I'm going to ask Sharon Orapele to introduce Raj.
Today, I would like to just take a moment to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples of this land as the traditional custodians of the land that we are so honored to be stepping our foot on here today, and respectfully pay my respects to elders past and present. I'd like to acknowledge Uncle Noel Peterson and his presence here today, and any other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander persons in this room with us, all our elders, all our leaders, everyone who is here, you are acknowledged. I wanted to take this moment to introduce to you Rush Mabanana, who is an artist that I've been honored to host here from South Africa. He comes from a land that we all know has struggled. Today in South Africa is a holiday to honor the hundreds of young people who dared to voice their resistance to oppressive regime and go out and say no more. And the police came and slaughtered them. And thousands were injured. And those moments when those young people went on the streets, because the education system was trying to erase them, their voice, their language. Those young people in 1976 changed the course of the uprising of the South African movement towards freedom, towards the Rainbow Nation and the ideals of the Rainbow Nations. One of the dances that Rush is going to perform for you today, which is a technique that is embedded in his being, is called Pantsola. I don't know how many of you have heard of Pantsola. Pantsola, not only is it a dance technique, but it was a movement. The symbol of Pantsola was when in the late 40s and 50s, and whenever young youth and people were gathered to speak about the things that they were not happy with, the status quo, the police came. So they invented a dance that was meant to build bridges, to restore trust, to let others see them as human beings. And in this dance, they would do and do some comedies, and the police, rather than coming around with their guns and shooting, they ended up stopping and watching. Then they were entertained. And then they started building the bridges between the two. Pantsola still holds a community activation, community healing, a bridge between cultures. And with Rush, it's fundamentally important for him because at 15 years old, he had to leave school because mom and family were hungry. He is now called president of the streets, Presidente Estrada. He's well known as Presidente Estrada because he goes to the streets, to those young people who are losing hope, who want to disengage like him, who are being taken around like him, who are ending up in our jails, who are ending up dead, and then saying, listen, I can dance. We know the history, we know how people have fought, and they used this technique. I'm using it, and that is creating healing. So how incredibly important at this moment when we're about to hear from you about the voice of the First Nations, and when we think about the voices of other indigenous peoples across the world, especially the African child, that Rush is here with us. You can see the
President of Allah. I give thanks, I give praise, I give glory. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. It means a lot for me, but not only for me, even others. I'm not doing this for me. I'm old. I'm doing for the young ones. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you guys.